Hi guys, currently I'm practicing for a really important audition and I just wanted to say something really quick. A very serious topic. I'm not going to use any profanity, I'm not going to be sassy, I'm just going to say it straight, say it plain. I was an unplanned pregnancy. My dad certainly didn't want to have me. He was in medical school at the time. He was very stressed and my mom got pregnant, she wasn't expecting it. And when he found out it was a boy, he thought, okay, might as well keep it. I don't know. See, if I were a girl, maybe they would have had an abortion, but I was a boy and my mom is extremely sexist. She's a very traditional-minded immigrant from Korea, and my dad is a very misogynistic, sexist, conservative guy from the South. And so I was an unplanned pregnancy. I don't think I was ever supposed to be born. My sister certainly didn't want to take me home. When she saw me in the incubator after I was born, she said, no, I want that one. She was pointing to another male infant. She said, I don't want this one, I want that one. And so I was pretty much unwanted from the very beginning. My namesake is my dead uncle. He died of colon cancer in the 90s at the age of 26. And I feel so blessed every day to have lived longer than he did, but I always feel that hanging over my head like this shadow. I feel his presence inside me and all around me. He's my guardian angel, and I feel like he's looking out for me, but I always feel like, okay, tomorrow's the day that I'm going to die an untimely death because my namesake died an untimely death. And so I've always felt unwanted, like a freak accident, like I'm supposed to die tomorrow. And whenever I would get in trouble with my mom, like she wasn't having her way with me, or she wasn't getting her way with me, she would call my dad up from the basement. So he slept in the basement and my mom slept on the ground floor of the one-story house. It's not a ground floor, it's the upstairs. He slept in the basement. They did not love each other. They were married for 30 years, almost 31, not quite, and they stopped loving each other before either of us was born, my sister and I. That is my impression. They never showed us that they loved each other, and my dad, when I would ask him if my parents loved each other, he would say, what do you expect us to do? Look into each other's eyes? And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the bare minimum. But when my mom didn't get her way with me, she would call my dad up from the basement to rule by intimidation. And I guess she figured that I was more scared of my dad than I was of her. So when she couldn't get through to me, she would call him up and then expect me to kind of cave to that pressure. And then I felt similarly very recently. I think this conversation happened yesterday, if not the day before, probably yesterday. My mom called me, and she always calls with an ulterior motive. It's either to say that I owe money to someone, or to say that I'm in trouble, or to say that she had some sourness between her and my sister. It's never just like, hey, how are you doing? It's always ulterior motive. And so she calls and I'm like, okay, what now? And she said that my sister talked to her to ask me to private the video about her, the 51-minute long video. And she said that it could be interpreted as cyberbullying, and that I shouldn't call my sister an addict, and I shouldn't have those feelings, which is like, how dare you tell me how I should or shouldn't feel, first of all. And then I'm just feeling really frustrated about the whole situation, and that's why my mind is going blank. I'm so sorry. I feel like I have a gun pointed at my face right now. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. My mind just totally went blank. Oh yes, okay. So, oh my God, and oh my God, snot. Oh, sorry, forgive me. Did that snot take my thought out of my head? Possibly. No, it did. So she was like, you're doing such horrible things to your sister. And I said, well, did you not remember the horrible thing she did in the LA apartment. Did you not watch the video where I was mentioning that she said she would hack the door down with a knife? This is the only thing she said to me. "Oh, Brian, it's getting so hard to watch your videos." Okay, playing devil's advocate. I can understand that it's hard to watch my videos because I deal with tough topics. I'm very tough. Like, I'm a tough critic. I hold people to a very high standard, and it's hard to watch that sometimes. But like, for her to say it's getting hard to watch my videos when I'm saying, did you not remember how my sister threatened me with actual violence with a pointed object? And like, really, all she can say is it's getting hard to watch your videos. So really, my mom doesn't believe in good or evil. She just believes in power. You know that quote, "There is only power." And so her power is that my sister, her daughter, is still living under her roof. So she still has like a little bit of leverage, and like she can have my sister's affection. She can borrow my sister's laptop or iPad to watch TV. And like, when they're not getting along, my sister punishes her by rescinding those privileges. And it's like, really, that's what you're clinging to? When you decided in 2011, when I was 15 years old, that like fighting her addiction was going to be the hill you were going to die on. Because when I was saying in the car, in the Juilliard pre-college parking lot in Lincoln Center, to both of my parents, we need to call the cops on my sister. We need to hold her accountable for her actions. Otherwise, she's never going to learn to quit and not be so self-destructive and destructive to everyone around her. Do you know what my dad said to me at 15? He looks me in the face and says, "Shut up." Shut up. To a 15-year-old just trying his best, who was bullied for 3 years straight in middle school, and then as soon as that ends, has to deal with his sister's bullshit as soon as she goes to college. And my dad, who never wanted me in the first place, who would only pay attention to me to rule through intimidation when my mom couldn't get through to me, tells me to shut up. And my mom was like, no, we just need to beg her to come home. We need to beg her to stop smoking. And because my dad bought my sister a plane ticket to go smoke a hella weed with her boyfriend at the time in, I'm not going to say the town because, like I said, no profanity, no inflammatory, like, oversharing, even though this can be interpreted as oversharing and cyberbullying, like, WTF, bought her a plane ticket to go smoke hella weed with her boyfriend in a town somewhere where his mom lived. My mom never forgave my dad for that. She took a pair of scissors and scratched out his face in our family photo that was hanging above the fireplace since we moved into our house. Like, the house we thought we were going to live in forever as a nuclear family. She hated him forever after that. Like, whatever grudge she held against him before for being physically violent, domestically violent towards her, which I witnessed as a 4-year-old. When I was 4 years old, I witnessed my dad shove my mom's head into a wall and break her toe because, and you know what? That is not oversharing. That's not overstepping, because you did that in front of me. I was only 4 years old. You did it in front of me. You could have at least done it when I was asleep or in another room. I was there. My sister was the one who was asleep. My sister could sleep through earthquakes when we were little. But I saw that and I ran up to my dad and I hit him on the leg, say, "Why did you do that to mom?" When I was 4 years old. You made me witness that when I was 4 years old. And the plane ticket that he bought for my sister to go smoke hella weed with her boyfriend in the city where his mom lived was the thing you were never going to forgive him for. You scratch his face out of the family photo. You cut him out of your life. And like, how do you think my dad was going to respond? Obviously, he was cheating because he's a doctor. He's successful. He has a God complex. He was cheating on my mom for years. My sister found lip gloss in his car. It wasn't hers, or maybe it was a Bobbi Brown lipstick, whatever. It was his girlfriend, obviously. And he was cheating on my mom for years. And then finally, the one woman who wanted to settle down with him, who was 25 years younger than him, he decides to leave my mom for. After they've fallen out of love already for like more than 24, 25 years. And so what did you expect from him if you were going to cut him out of our lives, hate him forever, say this is the one thing that you will never forgive him for, this is the hill you're going to die on, is him not fighting my sister's addiction. And so my dad decides, sayonara, peace, like, I'm emotionally checked out. Like, I was already checked out, but I'm like really, really, really checked out at this point. And now, yesterday in the phone call, she was like, you can't call your sister an addict. By the way, marijuana is not illegal in this state anymore. Like, my sister has my mom in such a chokehold ever since the divorce, because she's the only one keeping her company. She's the one who's giving her the laptop privilege, the iPad privileges. It's disgusting how little it takes for my mom to just give up her morals, give up her convictions, give up everything that she ruined my life and her marriage for, all so that she can have a little entertainment in her lonely postmenopausal life after her husband left her for a younger woman. And this is not me overstepping. I believe wholeheartedly, because this is what I lived through. This is what I fought alongside her for. And she put me through hell. And I was there. Like, I was rooting for her. And here she is saying, like, oh, you know, you can't cyberbully someone. Which is a not so veiled threat that, like, hello, my channel's going to be taken down. My voice is going to be silenced. All because my monstrosity of a sister doesn't want to hear any criticism. It's like, don't freaking watch my videos if you can't handle it. Just don't. And that's all I had to say. A little postscript after a little diarrhea break because, and sorry, like, it's not a freaking poop joke. Like, I have IBS and it is just a constant literal pain in my ASS. My mom also said yesterday, we don't have to make your dad leaving the family turn everything into ashes. Interesting word choice. My sister's the one turning everything into ashes with all the weed she's smoking. Yeah, goodbye.